warrants, the mail, new business, J Landscaping, reference for a quote for trimming brush at town cemeteries, old business, truck discussion, possible bid opening, which we got Mr. Delury here, and we got the road boss here to give us some input on that. So anything else?
Yeah,
anybody wants
under
to
new
add?
business, Valley Fire Department, dry hydrant fire application.
And under the old website, just to see how our website's being updated.
Website updated, Nelson? That's what you
Yeah, I
want?
just want to know
Talk about
where
the
we are.
Jerry pricing with the that culvert.
Okay. All right, so
Never mind. I think we're okay.
that's all set. Get a motion to approve it?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. So it's for the minutes of 8/11/16. Get a motion on that?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I abstain.
Got one abstention. I said aye. All right. Warrants. Accounts payable, 8/19/16. And it's $37,937.40. And the larger ones in there are BCRC, 3,397. Casella, 1,299. We have in the IRS, 2,394. We also had an abatement thing with taxes, which didn't come out of, we were holding the money to give back. That didn't cost the town nothing. This was money that was bought in, and that was $25,185. So people don't get confused on
It was a
that.
tax sale that was redeemed after a bankruptcy, so
Yeah, right.
it's a wash.
It was a wash, right.
That's good. So that's, and we got payroll of $7,906.41. And so I need a motion.
Move to approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
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 I abstain from the payroll, but say aye to the other one, because I had to check the payroll.
The mail, Bennington County Sheriff's, the complaint, things they addressed was 1 animal problem, 3 9/11 hang-ups, 4 agency assist, 1 public assist, 4 suspicious events, 1 accident, property damage, 2 agency assist, fire and rescue, 2 motor vehicle complaints, 3 noise complaints, 4 VIN verifications, directed patrols all over town, 54 traffic stops all over town, 4 ATV complaints, and traffic tickets as follows: 23 speeding tickets, 2 no registration, 4 operating license suspended, 1 no insurance, 30 written verbal warnings, 1 cell phone while driving. That's from the Bennington County Sheriff's Department. Looks like they were kind of busy. Our property down in North Pownal is, we're not getting much activity on that.
Can the board consider lowering the price on that?
That would be my suggestion, that we ought to drop the price and see if we can get a bite on it, because all it's doing is, you know, it's not, we're not in the real estate business. We're better off if the property's sold.
So
Get our-
this was a
get our
property we
tax-
bought at tax sale, and we were
This was a
just trying to get our
property
money
that went,
back.
that went at tax sale, and
We
then
cleaned up.
nobody bought it, and we
Okay.
got it, so.
So
But
what's
it
the
is a
price?
trailer site in North Pownal, and I think that we probably ought to instruct the realtor
Didn't
to
she,
lower the price or something.
No,
Did-
We're into it for 17, I think.
Yeah, he
yeah, I
wants
guess
more than that.
rather make it, I guess, didn't she give us a price range that she thought it should have been set at initially? Why don't we send her a letter or call her up And just say, what do you think we should be listing this at? Just to
Yeah,
get
That's
it,
a good
Regardless of what we
idea.
own.
That's a good idea. We'll do that, and also
then we'll discuss it.
we know how much we have in it, and if we can, I'm more than happy to break even on this thing.
Well, we can't make a profit on it because it was a redeemed tax sale. We can't get anything more.
But
No,
what
we
I'm
can't.
saying
I'm
is,
not gonna discuss that issue. I'm just saying, I'd be happy to get,
let's get a quote from the
to
realtor.
get a quote, drop it, if we can drop it down and move the property, because it's also, it does have, city sewer, town sewer, whatever you wanna call it, so it also benefits us if it's, somebody's paying for the sewer every quarter. like-
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt us to now. It basically already has a cement pad, already has a well.
That's
has a-
right.
Has a connection to the town sewer. We realize it's not much land in the location.
But it's a decent trailer site, I think. I think somebody.
Somebody out there wanted to have their own little piece of land with a trailer.
Well,
In their own.
it'd be nice to get some people interested in find out what is available out there. It isn't what it's worth; it's what you can get. And that's the fact. So take it from there.
Yep.
Okay.
But we can't make a
Okay.
profit on it.
No,
So
no,
we can
no.
only charge
No,
what we've
just-
got into it.
that is
So
correct.
it might be a nice piece of property for somebody for a good price.
That's right.
Let 'em
Well, we
know.
got a letter here from the Vermont League of Cities and Towns. It's part of their town fair. It'll hold its annual business meeting, Champaign Valley Exposition. And to ensure that Vermont League City and Town member cities and towns are properly represented and able to participate in the adoption of 2017 Vermont League City and Town municipal policy and the election of league officers, we're asking you as your municipality's legislative body to designate one official from your town as a voting delegate for the meeting. This is going to happen, August 10th. That's already gone by.
Already gone by.
So we ain't got to worry about that one. Whoever went to that one, I hope they voted the right direction.
I was afraid you were gonna put it on me again.
No, I was trying to.
I know.
And we got a road foreman's report. And cut and pick up down trees, fix worst washout. Topsoil, seed down, mulch at town office, ditching on Tubbs Road, replace culvert on White Oaks Road, clean some culverts and ditched, continuing roadside mowing on Barbers Pond Road, getting grader ready for road grading next week, did blacktop swales on Hidden Valley, wash out culverts for the fire truck. Next week, he's gonna start building up the roads and fall grading and continue roadside mowing. Thanks, Joel. That's very nice. You keep us up to speed.
Probably had a lot of washouts
Now-
after that storm Saturday.
The listers filed with the state grand list on the due date, August 15th. So that's been done, which is good. And we got some paper here from Holden Engineering. And the way I read it, it's not up to me to decide who's right or wrong, but they seem to have been confused, but now it's all straightened out. They've talked to our road boss, and we have another fellow over there that's watching over this job, and we've got our drawings and stuff so we can get this thing moving, this culvert on Mount Anthony Road.
We,
They were under the misconception that we were gonna build it according to their letter, and that's what I read. And we're not in the culvert building business, but so now we got plans so that we can get it out to bid and get somebody to do it.
I have a question. I'm not sure if I should address it to you or Jerry, but so where do we go from here?
Permit.
state,
Yeah,
Okay.
we're supposed to get the
Yeah,
permit.
okay.
That was- And there's
That's
our,
what we're doing now.
there's our
Okay.
drawings.
He's doing this.
And then
Then you can put it out to bid this winter.
we'll do that, or Jerry will do that. I don't
No,
know.
I think you should. It's up to you.
Okay.
yeah, we're the ones that's gotta approve it.
Okay.
We'll put
The
the,
bids anyhow, yeah.
Okay.
so, we'll put it out. Send it.
Ah,
Then
yeah,
it'll be all
Okay.
set for next year when you can get in the stream.
Okay. Terrific.
This J Landscaping, I don't know, I didn't see no quote for doing any of this stuff.
No,
You know anything about that?
He's
He
not
ain't here,
here.
is he?
It's not here.
Well,
Yeah,
then
so
let's
we'll
move
have
on to the, oh, well, I guess we could talk about he isn't here, now, the dry hydrant thing. You want to elaborate on that,
Yes.
Jason?
for a number of years, we've been looking, the fire departments have been looking to establish a water supply source in North Pownal. There is a location right now under the bridge. It's seasonal, so it's not a real reputable supply. Now that the work is being done on the dam and the brush has been cut back and that road is opened up on top, we went and met with Bill Scully, and we found a location that he's good with for us to install a dry hydrant at the top of the dam. In order to apply for the grant, I need an application signed from the town, being the landowner. Basically allows the fire department to apply for the grant for
And
$4,000.
this doesn't cost us anything?
This doesn't cost us anything.
I move we sign it.
Okay.
We moved that along.
Okay.
So he moved.
If you sign it and keep a copy.
Henry did.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right.
You can have it.
All right, now, our brush cutter did show up. How you doing there, young fella?
Not too bad.
We jumped ahead of you, so you can tell us what this J Landscaping reference of a quote for trimming brush. What's that all about?
In the cemetery, a lot of trees overhanging the walls of the cemetery. Some of the cemetery, like Jackson Hospital, and one of the 846, the thicker bushes from like dead trees that grew out of there. They're getting so big, getting out of control. And mainly the vine and the overhanging branches, the outside of the wall, and little trees and saplings that grow in the cemetery that shouldn't be there. I mean, they grow overnight, so in 2 months they tall.
Well, I got a question here. Who's been doing it right along? Nobody?
When we
had
have,
anybody do it, or
when we have a
town
bad
crew do
tree
it?
that looks like it's falling, then we get somebody. This other trimming that he's talking about, the low-hanging stuff,
Nobody's done it?
No,
Yeah.
you take up on Jackson Cross Road.
That needs it.
That is, I mean, that,
It's a mess.
it's time. Probably, we might have done it 20 years ago, had somebody go around with spring cleanup. I mean, we haven't, I can't recall when we've done it. But I guess the question is, are you giving us an hourly quote, or are you giving us a single price quote to do them all?
Giving you hourly quote, 2 guys run through head on the cemetery, cut the stuff down that shouldn't be there.
Do you have any idea how long you're talking that this might take?
Probably looking at anywhere between 4 to 8 hours maximum.
For all of them, or just for one, each cemetery?
Probably for all of them. I think I do them in 1 day.
Okay.
And how many cemeteries do you do?
he's gonna do 2, right? Is that what I understood?
No, that's for all of them.
We
Oh,
got
for
a
all
lot
of
of.
them.
we
Okay,
got a
I
lot
thought
of
I only
cemeteries.
We got a lot of
Okay.
cemeteries.
You clean up 2 of them that are getting pretty bad.
Okay.
So he's already did it.
You mentioned the 2 that are the worst, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So about 8 hours to do these 2 and cut all the brush off.
Yeah,
Two men.
yeah.
Yep. And what's the quote?
I think only $40 an hour, $45 an hour.
$45 an hour,
Like
8
2
hours,
guys.
2 guys, so that'd be
Yeah.
16 hours, 45. Who's the mathematician?
You got
You
it.
are.
You did okay. 16 is really 32, but you're okay. 42.
16 for what? I said
16.
he said 8 hours it would take.
Right.
Now I'm saying 16, because he's taking 2 men.
Oh, yeah, 2 men. Okay, now I
2
thought.
men, 16 times the
No.
45.
No, 2 men can do
No.
it in 8 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah, 2 men can do it in 8 hours.
yeah.
And you're quoting $40 an hour
40
for
or
both men
45
or
now, I thought
per
it was
man?
45, wasn't it?
I think what's that?
Was it per man, or was it the $40 for both?
I always combine them at both. If you guys,
Okay, okay,
So it's like $20 an hour per
Yeah.
man for 8 hours.
yeah,
right.
Okay.
that's good.
I moved to do that work.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay.
All right.
Go do that.
You
Yeah.
got
There you
it.
go, fella. You got
Thank
any
you.
of
One
that?
question I didn't put on the phone, when we picked up the gravestone that were laid down this spring, you can't really see it now, the grass is growing in. There's a lot of divots and stuff in the gravestone with it. I don't know if you guys wanna fill in the holes with topsoil or just leave them as it is.
There's two ways we could do that. One of them is that we could have our road crew dump some topsoil near these cemeteries, if you know how much, and then you quote us to put it in, to fill these in, or do you wanna quote something where you get the topsoil to fill the holes in and then fill them in?
Now that you mention it, I get a list of the cemetery, I mean, the whole filled in, and the road crew can dump a yard or two at each cemetery, you take a wheelbarrow and fill them in and just charge the hourly rate.
Saves us. Can you look and see what that means, what you need, and then give us a quote on that work?
For the labor, or.
Yeah, for the labor, for filling them in and so forth. If we were to provide the material, what would you charge us to fill those holes in?
The labor, I don't know how long it's gonna take, be honest with you.
Okay, would you be quoting the same hourly rate
Yeah,
for two people?
yeah.
How long do you feel this is gonna take you to do that?
He's not sure, he said.
Rest of the summer? Next year?
Right.
Will it take you 40 hours, 2 weeks,
No.
1
We
week?
do it. What
Less
about
than 40 hours?
cemeteries, that's what we're-
Maybe a maximum 3 days. I think I could do it a lot less than 3 days.
I move that we approve up to 40 hours. That'll be more than what he needs, in case he runs into a problem. That's my motion.
I'll second it.
I don't, yeah, that sounds fair.
You've been
Right.
doing good work with us and everything, and,
Yeah,
and
yeah, everything seems
Yeah.
to be up to par.
We're gonna
so
keep
I
an eye on you,
debate
though.
it, you know.
Yeah.
Tell you that right
Yeah,
now.
we don't expect to do that, but if something happens where
Right.
you have to do something,
Right, and we can give you Joel's contact number, and then you guys can work out where you wanna.
Get
Okay.
together,
Put this-
get together, you show
Yeah.
me
Joel,
where you want it
do you know
dumped,
Joel?
you know, where's the
Okay.
easiest.
He's our new highway boss,
Alright,
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you-
I can't think of anything now.
I move he's second, we gotta
Yeah,
wait and see if
yeah.
they.
Okay.
Yep.
You seconded it, right?
Yeah.
I did.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye,
Yep.
so you got
Okay,
40
good
hours to
enough.
do that too.
So,
Good.
And,
Uh-oh, more?
yeah, I got one little part
One little part.
about the, coming down the brush, the fire pond on the left side, you look at the, like a bowl shape from the road on the left side, the contract said that you should mow about 4 feet around the pond,
Around the fence.
around the fence on the outside. On the left side, you could barely get maybe 3 feet. I mean, it's still overgrown in. I don't know if you want to add that in the quote. You take a blade and chop it down.
I don't know anything.
I don't know if Joel could look at it and look at going over to the tractor and mowing that one spot. I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Everything is kind
I'll
of
give
rolled
him
up.
my
I mean,
number.
We'll take a look at it. We'll give you
yeah.
Joel's phone number.
Okay.
You can contact him.
And he-
Get back to him.
I know where you're talking.
Yeah. I think last year the guy only did like 2 feet and
And it's growed up, and growed in now, or
we
growed
over
up,
the
yeah.
past couple of years that
Yeah.
side.
Hard to get the machine in
Yeah.
through it. Yeah, Joe can look at it. I think that's the answer, because then you just get a brush hog that'll do it. Okay. Anything else?
No, that,
ain't got
that,
anything
you.
else, I hope.
I'm waiting for the next one to drop.
Kept adding to him there.
Well, it's nice seeing you there, young fella.
Yeah, good seeing
We'll
you.
keep an eye on you. We're gonna put cameras up at these
You want
cemeteries.
you want to
Keep an eye on
keep, you want to get clean, winter's coming. Good, no, excellent job.
You've been doing a good job.
No,
We're
I
proud of you.
appreciate it, boy, it looks, everyone I've seen, it looks
And all I've been hearing is
compared.
good, all I've been hearing is good things.
So, keep up the good work, that's the
Okay.
main issue.
And I can
Okay?
remember when I used to do bad things.
So now we got,
All right,
Oh,
take
yeah.
care. See you later. Yeah.
Take it easy. Thanks a lot there, young fella.
Very good. It's a shop over there.
Old business,
Get
we're
over with the cell phone.
Gonna
Okay.
have a little truck
And
discussion.
Whenever you're
and
ready, we'll get together.
See
and
what's
look at
going
that.
on. Jeff Delury's
See where
here.
you want the tops.
Our road boss is here. So, and the selectmen are here.
Yep.
So, what do you want to do
Sounds
here? What's the story? Who wants to start?
What's it about?
We
How
at?
about you starting, Joel?
Where are we at?
Well,
The
we're
truck?
on the
in the
truck
truck
discussion.
business.
How about
Okay.
you starting and tell us if we need it or we don't need it or we need 3 or 4?
Well, we do
Whatever.
need a
Tell us
truck.
what we need.
We do need a truck. We tried out the used one and looked at the paperwork and stuff, and we felt that for the money, you're better off to buy the new one and get the guarantee with it and go from there.
I think we need to tell everybody why we need a new truck,
We're-
so people at home are saying, what are they buying more trucks for?
Well, the one truck we had, truck number 6, I guess, it's 2001. It's a truck Stoney started with years ago, and it's in bad shape. To put it back in shape, we need to put a lot of money in. And we've been talking about a tandem you guys have way before I came. And we have the bids, and I just think it's time to address them, either yay or nay, or do something with them. The capital plan, Jason's
See
got,
capital plan.
that calls to replace that truck this year, if we're gonna stick with our capital plan.
So we had asked for bids back
That's quite a while ago.
quite a while ago.
They've been sitting here
April.
gathering
Spring.
dust.
Oh,
Early spring.
Spring they were doing.
Okay, before me. Okay.
At the time, we didn't have a highway foreman.
Okay.
So we
See,
kinda been letting
the
it
one that's
ride.
highlighted is the one that's due for replacement.
And not to condemn the truck, can you believe it, I took off an hour and went over and took a look.
Good for you.
What do you think? Anyways,
So you can have a vacation.
okay, all right, so I took a break but anyways, we hashed over that truck a little bit over there, correct? And, the truck that he's trying out is, I don't know if you wanna call it, has issues that have been corrected or issues that, have been,
This is the used truck you're talking about?
the used truck that they're trying out.
it's
All I'm
like-
saying is a lot of
one
money
that
has been
doesn't
put
have
into
any
that
chrome on
truck,
it.
that it seemed to have
All
had
the
some
rest of them
issues.
with chrome on the front. Ain't
Leave
that
it
one
at that,
painted?
okay?
He'll probably put chrome.
Jeff,
on
there's
it.
chrome on that new one, right? Because
Um,
all the rest of them over there got chrome except this one we want to get rid of. So I'm sure that that's part of it.
Chrome's important.
We gotta have it look
But
good.
anyway.
That's right.
So anyhow, I agree that, the truck that, we got over there that was, I think, I'm not saying that.
We got our money's worth out of it?
No, the one that he tried out,
Oh,
or the one the town tried out, okay?
May not be feasible in the
It may
long
not
run.
be feasible. If I wanted to say, go in a different direction, I would go in a different direction, on that issue, on that truck. Is that the right way to say that? Okay? I'm not saying that you shouldn't look at another truck if you wish to do so, or anything like that, but I just let it go with that.
So we just tried out a used truck, and what we're saying is,
Well,
we
there's a
we
work
happened
order
to
on
have
it that's
one
had a
and we
lot
were
of work
hemming and
done.
hawing.
so we
And
decided
so
to try
he
it
said,
out.
well, look, go ahead, if you want to try it.
That's right.
And,
And you're saying we,
Well,
Should go a different direction,
my
okay.
feeling was,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go along with the road foreman, listen, I think that the truck has had some issues, and, that particular truck has, supposedly,
It's in
they
the
do
year.
have some of those issues, and I don't, let's not go that route,
okay,
all right? I
You know,
don't
all
want-
we gotta say is that we're not interested in the
That's
used
right,
truck.
okay.
okay.
And move on.
Yeah.
Get to
that's
the,
it, let's move on.
and we have bids
So-
for two
Two
trucks we're
trucks.
supposed to look
Yeah.
at?
All right, so can I ask, I don't know if it's the right time, or maybe I'm getting ahead of you.
Go
We're gonna
ahead.
buy a truck, how much money do we have?
Last week,
everybody's smiling. They didn't want
last
that
week, I
question.
believe we tallied it at one, we had 110 in our equipment
We have
fund.
110.
I think Joel
Well, actually,
Well, okay, but-
Ellen's got the,
But I think
and-
where the plan is,
There's other stuff that comes out
you
of
can't pay
this.
cash.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, we don't have
So
enough.
you don't have enough.
so what we talked about was putting it on, you know, paying a pretty good sum down and then financing the rest for,
And we can do that without causing taxpayers any money? People aren't gonna come in and
It's
say,
gonna cost the taxpayers money, there ain't no way you
but
get
they're
any
not gonna
money.
come in and say, we raised their taxes
No, we're
because we
gonna-
bought a
if
truck.
Can I explain how that works? I mean,
Sure, if, just so that you know, we have, I don't know if you've ever seen it, we have a capital plan that shows how you can spread that out over 5 years
This was
with the same amount of money being put into our
2016.
equipment fund every year.
it's pretty common now that a lot of towns, instead of paying
Cash, or
for the trucks, however,
Yeah, it's,
the world
they
is
go
not
through a
invented for
municipal
here, right?
lease purchase, they call it, and
You hit 30,
you get as creative as you like, but like a common example would be, 5 years annual payment at a low interest rate, 2 point something. I mean, I'm not in the
I-
banking business, but so you simply make your first payment either the day or shortly thereafter that you receive the equipment, or you can do it in arrears, which means you make the first payment a year from that date, and then simply make the same payment for the next 3, 4, 5 years, however many, whatever term you want to pick. And so I think what towns do is they put in that payment in the budget each year.
That's right.
And then they just pay it that one time.
Right.
Fire department does it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
That's how
Sounds
you
right.
pay yours.
Yes,
That's how you
absolutely. I
buy.
mean,
Are you financing through?
well, no.
Well, we're gonna
just
look into
looking-
that.
We're just.
But what
deciding.
I could do is, if that's the direction you wanted to take a look at, is I use a lot of different source finance companies, but First Niagara is used to doing this in a lot of the municipalities, local municipalities. So I just asked them for a quote on X amount of dollars for 5, 6, or 7 years, in advance or in arrears, and they just quote it. And then, but you could shop as well. I mean, it doesn't matter to me who finances it, but I have a couple sources that I typically
Well, we don't,
will get a quote from.
at this point in time, we don't even, know how much this thing costs.
yeah, that's what I
Right.
was gonna say, let's,
Don't you think we ought to
Right.
open the
Right.
bids up
Yeah.
to see
Well-
We probably
what it
have
I wanna know
costs?
what it
Well,
costs.
And see how much we're,
So we have two bids. We have a
What-
bid for a truck that would have been to be ordered, built and ordered, and we have a bid for a truck that's in your inventory right now that's a 15 or 16?
16.
16 model.
The one bid that was to be ordered is just the chassis, though.
The
Okay.
cab
You guys
chassis,
never went
that's
any
it.
further with equipment.
That's
Okay.
correct.
So that is just the cabin chassis that's not usable till the equipment catches up with it.
That's right.
The other one is a truck that I've got in inventory that I think you've seen. It's down as wax now anyway in Steventown, but
Okay.
because he's my subcontractor
Okay.
with the equipment.
All right.
And that truck is available?
Yes.
well, we still gotta look at them, see where we're at.
I guess I'd make the motion that we open the bid for the
I second it.
for the demonstrator model there you have.
Well, what?
You open them both
I
up.
think we ought to open them
Yeah.
both.
I
I
mean,
thought the bid was under my chair or something.
No, I lost my pen.
Man.
Okay.
No, I think we might, let's open them up and then
Up to
we
you.
can compare some
That's right.
apples and da-da-da-da. Let's just
It's a
move
new
on.
truck, factory order. That's the alternate.
So the
bid.
only
Just the
bids we got
inventory,
when we
you know.
took
Yeah,
this
and
out
the
to
old-
bid
that's
was
it.
from.
Oh, we can look at both
the-
of them
Yeah.
anyway, but what's the
Yeah,
difference?
only
What's
better.
Want me to open the other one?
You can if you like, being the clerk. Your
I gotta
fingers
have
are
something
probably
to do.
sharper, so.
Might be some trains here.
This was just the one.
sit there some big ones.
But then on the line.
Yeah, I know, I think.
It's like Christmas, huh?
I have
Just like
right
Christmas.
here. This one is just so warm and fuzzy.
Good.
This one here, Jeff, is all set to go. Just throw a driver in it and go down the road, right?
The one for 192.
The inventory one, yeah.
192,653.
Yeah.
The higher price one has all the equipment on it.
And the
Yeah.
other one?
That's the inventory.
192,652.
Correct.
This one, all we gotta do is throw a driver in.
Correct.
Is that what we're talking about?
Correct.
I wanna make it simple, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, while we're on that one, well, you see down below, that,
That's why I wouldn't spend it.
that
all,
price
but some-
does not include a plow.
That's right.
Did a wing.
I'm sorry?
Didn't you have a wing with that one?
Wings included. All
Wings
of the wax
included.
equipment is in a
And if you want
page.
a Vortex reversible plow,
We just didn't commit to a certain plow with that truck because
It's
there's a couple
82.
different options, which I showed.
the one-way
Two.
plow is 6,200 more. And a Vortex reversible is 8,200 more. Over top of the 192,653. So them are the numbers for that. So
You know, about trucks.
there was one thing on there that, well, more than myself was against it. Is that the one? Has that got the air ride on that thing?
No.
That's springs, right? Regular springs.
Rubber springs,
Yeah.
rubber suspension.
Yeah.
Know what you mean by air ride, the suspension?
Yeah.
It's not air ride.
I don't think they spec'd one air ride, did they, in the end? Or?
So it's a.
It might be on the other one.
What do you call them? Rubber springs?
That's not a lot.
It's a Henderson HMX, it's a rubber,
If
the
you follow
old,
what I'm
no
saying-
more springs
what I'm
like the
saying.
old days where you had to replace the springs,
Yeah.
springs leading to break,
Right.
bogey bushings. This is basically maintenance free. It's a
DMC.
better ride, less maintenance.
Huh?
It's a rubber suspension.
How many year warranty?
Can you tell us about the warranty on the demo?
Yep, it's right, I mean, it's a lot of detail there for you, but to keep it simple,
How many
it's
years?
5 years on basically the complete truck. I have to buy the engine, the transmission separately, and so there's 3 warranties: engine, transmission, because I have to buy that from Allison,
Okay,
and then the entire vehicle.
okay.
But the entire vehicle is less the engine and transmission. So basically, for lack of a better term, bumper to bumper for 5 years.
I think the other truck that was town bought, the same, had pretty well the same.
Yeah.
Can we extend the warranty?
Yes. That warranty was spec'd.
Yeah,
I think so. Currently, that warranty is not on the truck because it doesn't have an owner. And when I put an inventory, not everyone buys warranty, although it's popular now.
okay.
That's when it starts. The
The
5 years.
warranty will start when you guys put it in service.
When-
I'm
when-
just saying I have to buy it.
You gotta
For
buy
that
it.
truck now.
That truck.
If I ordered a truck, I would order it with the truck, just like I was ordering an engine.
Okay.
That's all
Got
I'm
it.
saying. But
Got it.
Okay, but it's 5 years.
And Joel, you're familiar with the demo?
Yeah, I've seen it, yeah. Yeah, we haven't tried it though, I'll be honest with you, but I have seen it and looked at it when you had it the first time.
How many years do you finance out?
How much is it?
You're gonna,
192?
you're gonna have
It's
to
200
finance
for a plow.
100
I
grand.
talked to Peoples.
Hold on.
I talked to Peoples for 190,000.
And what did they say, how many years?
5.
I mean,
How much a year?
Plow ends or something. I don't know if you guys
Two
want
and
to
a
have a
quarter,
discussion about that.
2.5.
Oh, the
See what
plow
they
was
said.
cut in the payment.
No, it ain't added in the
They're talking about
190.
adding it to it.
They need a definite number before they're gonna give me a payment.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
but that's,
But they would tie into, it would be a fixed rate,
Fixed
2
it.
and a quarter to somewhere in the vicinity of, when I come up with a definite number and exactly what you're gonna buy, then they would give me more of a definite answer.
So how much
said-
money do we have in our equipment fund or whatever?
We have
to
100
spend?
110, but you've got bill.
You're gonna buy other equipment.
If you spend it all, what are you gonna, if you have an emergency?
I
on
wanna
a
spend
piece
most of it, cause I think we've already equipmented ourselves out. I'm talking from my own personal views here.
Well, one of the other things that.
I don't see anything out there that's that bad a shape now.
And one of the things Ellen pointed out to us was that we still have a capital equipment note out at 29,200, 5 year. You know what, do you remember what that was for?
Backhoe,
What's the back?
That is the backhoe.
it's on the capital plan there, Ronnie's
And,
got somebody.
And we have 5 more years of that?
No, two.
There's two left on that one.
I mean, I don't want the town to be operating at a huge deficit. That's
But
just
I
my
think-
own
I
opinion.
I
I
didn't
think getting back to
hear
that municipal, I'm gonna round off here, cause I don't know exactly, but I would know, let's say tomorrow, but
Right.
you'd be talking about, if you wanna round off to $200,000, if you're gonna add one of those plows to that,
Okay.
you'd be talking about $40-some thousand over 5 years if you picked a 5-year term.
Same as we paid with the grader.
Yeah.
That was 200 and something, 250.
Wow.
We paid 42 something
Or
a year.
we could put a little bit more down than
Right.
40 on our first year
Oh, you,
and,
yeah, I
cut
agree
it,
with
and
that.
cut that,
Cut it down.
cut it back to 4-year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that,
Huh?
take
Hey,
a,
look,
take a
yeah.
minute, take a look at that now.
Yeah,
What,
take
what
a
do-
look
what do
at
we
that.
plan on doing next year?
Because we're gonna deal
Show
with
me what
200,
kind of
which is per
conservative you
power.
are.
Well, we got
But-
another dump truck doing
wait.
4 years. I believe. 4 or 5 years, which would make it right if it's, this one, we'd be done paying for this one here, we'd be,
Yeah.
we'd
it'd
be up for
the
another
plow
one.
that we take, and it's 82.
This one here is,
A little over 2.
am I following that line across?
Did you get to see?
Well, it's highlighted,
Yeah, what's that truck?
it's about 2001.
That's the one that we're taking off,
To me anyway.
okay?
Well,
And this truck here,
No, the next one would be.
wait a minute, that's what I'm
this
looking
one
at.
all in here.
Well, the next one
Yeah,
is the one that
same
we
as
got
we
trouble
did, I
with.
guess, with
19,
the rest of them.
My point is, if you guys wanna talk.
This older truck, is the cab and chassis part that's bad on it, or is it a little bit of everything that you're trying to get rid of?
The one that we're retiring,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did a little bit of everything.
so it's
It's-
not just that the body's rotting out and falling off.
Yeah.
It's the one you
it
showed
need-
me, right, in the
Needs a
firewalls,
radiator,
all-
needs
Yeah.
springs on the front end. it
So
needs-
there's,
yeah.
okay, that's,
And it's rusty. It's everything.
yeah, well, that's what I'm after.
It needs, yeah, replacing
You
that.
just can't buy a cab, this thing is gonna be running. Okay.
What do you think, Mr. Chairman?
And what we have, I think, if I recall, we have been running, or the town had, not us, in the past, been running about 80 a year.
Well, you got 65 is what you put in there last year.
That's what they've been putting in.
I
for,
believe so.
Per year.
Equipment.
Put 65 last year, you had 80.
We had
We
80.
cut it last year, okay, but it ran 80, okay?
Yeah, I think it would have been
So
more.
anyway,
sometime. I
with
think
that
we had
or
100
without
in
it,
at one time.
I'm just saying that we can, that won't jeopardize, as long as you don't have another, list,
Of needs.
coming down every 15 minutes, like rust control, I mean, this one, I mean, if the price is right, fine, but, so you gotta kinda understand where we're going.
Well, let's ask the question, what other piece of equipment do you think that we should be looking at, and how soon?
As far as what we have, I wouldn't worry about it for 4 or 5 years. The 2009 truck,
Yeah, the concern.
if you go by the capital plan, what'd you say, Jason, 4 years or something?
Yeah,
Um,
and that could be, if
Our
To
backhoe's
speak of-
new,
well,
our
but-
grader's fairly new.
the rest of the equipment seemed to, I mean, that's what
Yeah,
Joel,
yeah.
that's what was said to me. Seems to be in pretty good shape. If you wanted to, have something on the back of your mind, would be that, one particular truck that we had, that it had some issues over the past.
Yeah.
Whether that's gonna,
Pan out. or
and
not.
and that may last. I mean, if that truck isn't run every day, and that truck is the one that
Yeah.
sits under the shed, you gotta understand that, I finally got, information from the inside of the cab that's, over 2 years old. I mean, it's got 8,000 miles on it. So, I mean, if you wanna run numbers, that's not very many miles for,
For
for having a 5-year warranty. I mean, if you're gonna buy this truck, use it.
Yep. Yeah, and let the ones that you think
Makes
of-
sense, don't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
more about hours than it is
That's
miles.
right, hours or miles, is, you know, okay, you can run it either way.
500 hours.
Well, the thing, I think, Henry, you,
Or something like that.
The bid,
Henry, I think what you said, it makes the sense.
All right.
If
If
we're
you
buying
could-
a new vehicle, use it as much as you can use it. The other ones, if you let them set when you don't need them, the longer they'll last.
The long, there you go for it.
Right?
Right? That's
Because you're
kind
not
of-
pushing them. And if we need to plan accordingly, from what I'm hearing,
That's, here, take,
if we're planning accordingly
that.
to not need something for 4 years, let's make sure we don't need it for 4 years. Versus letting the one with the warranty set and beat that one so
Yeah.
bad you need it in 2.
But I do think that his other equipment over there, can make out, is gonna follow through on this plan. I do have, if you wanna think about anything, I would think about the truck that it's had some issues.
Yeah.
And they may pop up again, that's all. And come on, so can't any other thing happen to it, so, that's equipment for you.
Well, and I guess the question, you know, I see a wheel loader and some other things on this thing. Who's there? You know, this wood chipper and some things like that.
I
I
don't know what you're gonna.
I guess when I look at that list, I think there's some things that probably have gone by or need some work on,
But not replacement.
but not.
My thoughts on that heavy equipment, you know, we got a loader over there that hardly has any use on it. Barlow bought one that was 35 years old out of a quarry in Maine and ran it another 20 years up there.
Well,
So
that
come
one's
on,
got-
folks.
That loader's got 13,000 hours on it, which is getting up there pretty good.
I don't know, it looked like it was in pretty good shape to me.
But yeah,
But if
it's
you
not
want all
bad
brand new
shape, but-
stuff, well then we'll just approach the town and say, look, how much you want to spend? But you spend $200,000, this is my point. I don't believe we're gonna have all tandems, that's the first thing. And I wanna take what money, most of that money we got put aside, because all we'll do is spend it. I wanna put it on that truck. Make our payments smaller for the next 4 or 5 years, whatever it is. But that's just me being a business guy. You know, I always learn to live on what I bought home. I know we don't have to do that, because all we have to do is raise taxes. But people are sick of raising taxes.
Ron, we're in the dinosaur
Ron,
area.
we're not, I don't think you need to raise the taxes to buy this truck.
No,
That's what I'm talking about, but I don't wanna spend that, I
and I-
don't wanna turn around and say, okay, we're gonna take and, we're gonna put this on Lend-Lease or whatever the hell you wanna call it, whatever your words are. Put that on there and then say, oh, all right, now we got so much more money. We got $800,000 now we're spending. That's the road budget. I don't want to see it $1 million. That's what I'm trying to say. Then it's cost you a lot more money, all right? And that equipment, if we take care of it, if we're not gonna take care of it, and I'm a little bit disappointed with that other truck, because where do you get a total loss truck? It should have been coming in here 4 years ago, saying, hey, look, this truck has had it. Now, supposedly, it's all it's good for is a junkyard.
Well, it is.
This truck we're talking about tonight, we've been talking about this for 3 years.
Yeah, it
The
has
date's
been.
right here, the date is right there. This truck was planned to be replaced in July. It's right on that plan.
Because, I mean, I can't believe, because I look at these reports and stuff, and all I'm looking at, and I may call me sarcastic or anything else, but all I'm looking at is, look, we get a report, they do maintenance. You know, if you got a little problem with it, fix it. Metal can be repaired, if the thing runs good and everything else, I mean, come on. Let's, I don't want to see, it's a throwaway after so many years. Same thing with the bigger truck. Now, if this bigger truck works out fine, well, look it, maybe we'll save on these others, because we ought to be able to sell all the Pownal with that,
I hope.
which is fine. We ought to get a benefit out of this if we're gonna spend this kind
I
of
think
money.
what happens,
That's all I'm.
if I may just add, on some of these older vehicles, you can easily put good money into bad money, because I tell you, with that 2001 truck, if you had to put a radiator in there, for example, the radiator costs more than what the truck's worth. And so at some point you get upside down, and it starts
I know.
going the
I
wrong
mean,
way.
I go back to last fall, Ronnie, before winter even started, we were $25,000 overspent on our equipment, on our repairs.
Maintenance.
Before winter even started. And now, is that money being spent well? We're
don't
putting
know.
money into a truck that isn't worth half of the amount that we're putting into it.
I understand that, but all I'm saying is I don't wanna be, I'm just going from a complete business sense. I've been in business for a long time. I know if I don't have money, I can't spend it. Therefore, but if I have the money, I don't mind investing it. I don't mind buying this truck. But what I'm trying to say is, we gotta make this, how long is this truck gonna last? 10, 12 years? We gotta get 20
It says in
years
the
out of
plan
it.
right here, we're gonna keep it for,
You only put 4,000 miles a year on it. You know what?
That's right. It ought to last a long time.
I'll buy it back.
Home free. You're home free, Ron.
expected, according to this plan, it says 10 years.
Yeah, well, see, it should, I can't believe that you can wear a truck out in 10 years.
You're not. You're not. You're trading
No.
in, and in 10 years,
Yeah.
you're getting
Yeah,
premium money
yeah,
for
So
it.
you
Well,
still
see,
have
see what we
something.
got
You're
for the
getting.
last
You're
one,
starting
we
with
got
a new
nothing.
vehicle again, back under warranty for 5 years. It's not costing you.
Mr. Chairman, if I may.
Okay.
But anyway,
Good.
I
think
think
we're-
what it really comes down to is what you said earlier. What can the taxpayers withstand?
That's right.
And if we can't figure out a way to buy this truck and maintain the taxes that we are at right now, because of the way things are out there, people aren't getting big raises and things aren't changing. In fact, they're losing jobs. So I think that then we shouldn't even be talking about it. But from what I see here, and from what we're being told with the way we can finance it and stuff, I think we can buy that tandem over a 5-year period, put a good chunk down so our payments are reasonable, and still keep some money in our
Yeah,
equipment fund.
That's right.
Without hurting our taxpayers. And if that's what we can do, we should do it.
I agree.
And that's
And-
where I'm at, but if we're gonna.
That's where I'm at. I mean, I don't wanna see a brand new truck sitting over there every election day, you know, just because we want brand new trucks.
That's right, and then we turn
We-
around and
if we
raise
use
people's
them,
taxes.
and we ought to take care of them, folks. Like this year here, this spring,
I think that-
they weren't washed off and things like that. We gotta do our
I'm go-
business
We got a
too.
new
We're
road
getting
foreman.
getting
That's
ready, we're getting ready to set taxes here
I
pretty soon.
I think, oh, yeah.
That's right.
And when we set taxes this year, I don't know which direction they're gonna head in, but I doubt like heck they're gonna head down. And the bottom line is that we, as what we're here for, is to try to do the best to keep those taxes reasonable. And I think, from what I'm hearing, we can do that tandem with the plow. And I like the fact we're buying a truck with everything versus buying the chassis and then worrying about bidding out a.
Well, we're not
And
quite.
then X. You're gonna have a plow put on it.
Well,
Wow.
you gotta add that to that now.
Yes, I did, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, the plow.
You know, but,
But that's,
Well, we may not
And that's
need
okay.
we may not need a plow, so let's, for now, because we have the plow.
I'm gonna, why don't we ask?
well,
a
if it'll
question?
work, if it'll work on this truck.
Yeah.
If, just say for the heck of it, here's the price of a plow you've got right here. And the plow that, our road foreman thinks that he can use with this truck if we purchase it. Do you see where that price will change on a new plow, by next February?
I can't speak, I mean, those prices came to me from Zwack.
I understand.
So
but-
I can't speak for him. I know that he has told me that recently something's happening with the Canadian exchange rate,
Yeah, that's right.
not in his favor, so
Yeah,
his
why not?
prices have skyrocketed. So I would have to say
Went up 2 cents.
they're probably gonna get higher
If anything.
If anything.
Okay,
If he has to order one now as opposed to
okay.
putting one on that he's got in the yard.
okay.
But that decision on the plow, you know, that could be made at any time. I mean, we're in August.
Yeah.
If Joel thinks he's got a plow that's
Well, that's what I want, I just wanna be for
yeah,
sure.
I don't know,
that- mean,
but
what-
I don't know
what
if
I'm
I'd say
trying to-
February.
My point is that when you look at this large number
Well,
here,
it's only,
right?
Yep.
I know.
And then,
I know.
and it's all equipped. I mean, you're talking
Well, the
new
trouble is
sander, you're
it's
talking
everything-
about
everything
wings,
but the
you're ta-
plow.
And now you're talking about here, now, I'm not I don't know anything about plowing snow, okay? I mean, I know what snow is, but I don't know anything about plowing snow, okay? Now,
Even though there's no others.
I wouldn't wanna, have something that you really wanna put out there and go to work without that if it's needed. If it isn't, don't spend your money. But that's gotta come from somebody else besides me. You follow me?
Let me ask you a question, is that, do you have a spare?
Besides me too.
Spare plow.
Right,
We have enough plows for what we have.
right, but we don't have a
We
spare.
will.
If we break a plow during a snowstorm, we don't have a spare. I'd make a motion.
Does anyone have a
I'd like
question
to
as
make
to
a
the
motion.
difference
well, I would
between the
like
two
to-
plows?
I know the difference.
Okay.
One,
Yeah.
one moves, the other one is fixed.
What
fixed.
fixes?
Yeah, I'm talking,
I would get I make a motion that we buy it with the $8,000, whatever.
right there.
With the
Okay.
It's
plow.
called,
Reversible plow.
reversible plow, and that we, in that process, put $70,000 down and finance the rest of the 5 years.
Second.
Got that one.
Okay, I agree 100% with that. And now I wanted to discuss it some more, but
Well, we can
I'll
discuss
skip
it.
We
That's
can.
just a
No,
motion.
we can.
No,
Discuss it
The
all.
only
Now we
reason-
wanna talk
The
about
only
it.
reason that I wanted to say anything more was, look at, I think that we are headed in the right direction, and we've got some nice stuff over there now. I don't care what anybody says. The guy lives across the road from there, and we're talking about all the junk we had over there, and he's in the construction business. He says, you know what? He's been in the town, I don't know, 20 years. He said, I think the town's come a long, long way.
Darn right.
And I
Quick.
think we got some nice stuff.
Darn
Yeah,
right.
so I mean, they talk like it's all junk, but it isn't. But I don't mind having this truck, but I would like to, and it's new for us. We didn't have a tandem. Now we'll have a tandem. So we will see. I mean, maybe that may be our future to go that route. I have no idea. But I'm sure that we shouldn't wear this thing out in 10 years.
Well, I wouldn't
It still have some real value.
I wouldn't jump in and go all tandems because,
No, I'm not saying that.
You know,
No, we
you
have
still
we
have
have
your
small
place you
roads
need.
that
Yeah.
actually a pickup is all they're
Yeah.
good. Is all it's
Yes.
good for. But no, I'm all for
But these-
that. So
but
I
these
got a
trucks
motion.
don't
I got
turn.
a second.
Jesus, it's a whole
Well, and
different ball.
I'll say, what I want is, we're gonna buy a tandem. I think our road supervisor needs to use it and let us know what it means, because the concern's always been, can we run a tandem over our roads? Let's find out, and then we make a decision whether we buy another tandem or not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think probably what he'll do is adjust the routes. You got a bigger truck, you're gonna run it on the bigger
Bigger
roads,
route, yeah.
and you're also gonna go farther, and you can go along. Where these smaller trucks, they may take just as long, but they're going on these other roads.
Well, you're out twice as long with your load of salt, sand.
That's
You're
right.
not gonna
That's
get
what
the
I'm
piles
saying.
out.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So,
No. And everybody's done this.
but anyway,
Oh,
we
yeah.
got
I
a
mean,
motion. We got a second.
Jason,
All in
you second?
favor?
Yes, I did.
Wait a minute, Ron, I think we ought to talk about, where do we wanna leave the interest rates?
I was just gonna say,
Yeah,
do
how
we
could-
need to
could
talk
I-
to
how can
Ellen
I help
about
with
I said,
financing?
at this point, I said the motion was to finance it over 5 years with $70,000 down. I'd like them to come back and tell us what the rate is and what they
There
can do
you
with
go.
it.
What we can do with
Then
the-
we'll make
with
a
the
motion
balance.
on what we
on the-
finance with.
Okay.
Finance, and, okay.
From both directions. We
Okay.
don't
So
want
can
to
we
choose
authorize
anybody.
Ronnie
We're
to
not here to
decide
choose
who we're
you.
gonna finance it with?
Well, you can do that
Well,
if
then-
you
or
want, or
you
you
can
come
come
back
right
to the
back
board
and
and the
we
board will
come
make the
I don't-
motion.
You can
Then
let
the
us
people
know,
will know
right?
what we're doing.
The
I
next
can- I can
meeting
get
is
your-
what, September
One.
1?
First.
Yeah.
So if we do it by September 1, you have the truck in no time.
Okay.
Right.
Because once you're,
I
right?
mean, I think
Well, we're gonna
these
buy
people
it.
want it,
There's
so-
no,
If you're buying it.
there's no question that we're
And then we
buying
just
it. We're
have
just
to check
talking about
into
what
the
we're gonna
financing.
finance.
Yeah, I would trust the chairman and the treasurer to come up with the best rate for the
Yeah.
town, and I'd be happy with that.
Would you like me to get
Fine.
at least one quote for you?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
That's why, that's why the
why I
motion was
brought
the
it
way
up.
it was. I
And
wanna hear.
I'm
quotes.
sure Ellen will can we get search
I
around
just
and
need
see?
like, pretty
Figure.
close to the amount that you
That's
wanna
right.
finance.
We'll have an
You'll
exact
have-
figure.
It's
I
right
would-
there.
Well, I think it's 130,
Right?
Yeah.
okay?
But it's like
I used my pencil here, it
That's
took
with
me a
tents
while,
and
but.
everything on the truck.
That's with what?
well, now you
Just
voted,
make a
wait a
copy of
minute.
that front page.
Now you voted to put the plow on it and stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
So it's
Right.
200 grand.
So I'll ask him for 130 over 5
That's-
years, is that what we're looking
That's
for?
that's
Yeah.
208.53
There's a few hundred
Okay.
dollars with it.
It's what?
with the vortex reversible plow.
right.
What did he say?
It's 200, what?
If I, 208.53
Yeah.
I do my math, I just did it quick.
No,
No.
no,
192,
Plus-
653.
Plus 8,200.
plus 82.
Yeah.
It's
200.
200, 853,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
200.
Unless you
That's
unless you
right.
want to round that right off
Yeah.
at 200.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, no. 200. You are correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
We're
That's
not,
right.
we're
I
not,
thought
we're
you
willing
said
to negotiate.
208. Isn't that what you said first time?
I didn't think
Huh?
so. I didn't think you did, but that's okay.
It's okay, it'll be what, I'm sure he's got the numbers there somewhere.
I'm gonna ask for 130,000 for the 853.
That- no,
You
no.
can probably put
No,
down
that's-
70,853.
Yeah,
I think,
we'll
yeah.
scratch that up somewhere,
Right.
picking up cans or something.
I think we
Yeah.
can do that.
And
Okay, so did we approve that?
since we're under discussion,
Well, that's what
Joel,
we're trying to get, I'm trying to get a vote.
All right.
wait a minute. And Joel, are you satisfied with that truck per se that is setting down the swag?
Have you driven it yet, Joel?
That one, no, I haven't driven that one, but I seen it when they had it the last time we looked it over.
We had our guys did drive it. We had it for a
They all,
week.
All right.
yeah.
Do you want to go
But
any
I-
farther with it? Do you want to go set in it? Do you want to do anything before I vote? That's all I care about.
Actually, I would.
Huh?
I would, actually. If I
Okay.
could put a load in it, do you mind that?
No,
Go down and get it?
you can grab it.
Okay.
I mean,
I
with-
amend my motion with the condition,
Oh.
with the condition of approval from the road foreman.
There you go.
Did you put a load in the used one?
Yep.
And I'm not trying to put a spin on this, but that's a 350 horsepower motor,
Yeah.
10 liter,
Yeah.
versus a 13 liter, 475
Mhm.
horsepower in the new one.
Okay.
New one will turn shorter. And everything else is kind of the same, but it's an automatic versus a manual.
I'm just leaving
But-
it up to.
Absolutely.
Do you have a trouble with the motion being?
Being
I like the
approval
way it
with
was
him.
opened originally.
But I'm saying, do you have a trouble with?
No, I
him
No, I
driving-
don't, I just
approving-
don't, I just can't
the-
keep.
The guys
going
liked it, so
on for.
they
No.
drove it and
No,
they were happy with it.
if he approves this, he doesn't have to come back to us.
He doesn't have to come back.
I got you.
We're all done.
Contingent on his approval.
We're all done. We're,
Okay.
okay, you
He's-
follow me?
Once we vote.
All right.
All
Go
in
ahead.
favor, say aye.
Aye.
Yep.
Aye.
So it's up to you.
Yep. Now, if it's a mistake.
It's his fault.
So, yeah.
Don't worry, it's only
Thanks.
$200,000 you'll be paying for.
You knew, Joel. You knew it.
Be
No.
mortgaging the
No, I
fire
think
back.
we're
This
all
board
right.
knows how to
I
put
think we
people
got a
under the
good-
fire.
I think
I'll
Oh,
tell you.
yeah. Throw you under the bus right out.
Okay. No, and I hope that, that
Alright.
was yours, right?
All right.
You wanna talk about the website? What's the deal on that?
Yeah, I just wanted, I know that,
You wanna bring it up?
yeah, I
Thank
wanted
you
to bring it
very
up
much.
and see how
Yeah.
things.
Anything
Thanks,
else
Larry.
you got,
Appreciate it.
Joel?
Thanks, Ron.
Wait.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna walk
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, same here. Thanks, Jason.
Do you guys need me for
Yeah.
anything
Thank you very
else
much.
today?
You're doing business.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
so.
so.
We're just gonna talk
You're
about
covering
it.
for her next week.
Yes.
I guess I'm taking minutes probably. I can do that. It's just the.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it, it's just down
I'll
the
pop back
plane.
in, I just wanna see
I was
these
gonna
guys.
say, I'll play
Go
the
ahead.
video back.
Go ahead.
I'm not too worried about it. Darcy will fill me in.
All right.
Okay,
And it's wastewater, right?
Yeah.
now,
So you're on vacation. She's on vacation next week. So, and Ellen will cover her on Tuesday.
That was well worth buying.
so that's all
Okay.
set.
Okay, so the webpage thing. What I wanted to know was, there was a question before where we weren't updating our minutes and stuff in there. How are we doing? Have we caught up with putting our minutes in it?
I sent a number of minutes to the website to be posted. I haven't been on to see if they
Yeah, I
actually were.
haven't either. How do we check up, how do we follow up, I guess then is the question. If we're providing this information to a person that's supposed to be doing it, how do we check up, how do we make sure that they're doing what we're paying them for?
I haven't seen any billings. She hasn't billed in a while. No other department is sending anything.
Okay.
So I don't know how the board wishes to handle that. I did send a memo a long time ago asking to, how to send the information, and there just was lack of cooperation, so.
Let's, can we resend that memo reminding people that they need to send their information to whoever this is so that the data can be updated? I know we have people out there that are getting to the point they're disappointed with our website and they won't be even looking at it before long, and we paid money for it. So it'd be nice
This
if,
is the woman that came in and was gonna update it for us, right? So
Yeah.
you've been sending her stuff and she's not updating it?
I'm the only one that's been sending it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You've been sending it and she hasn't been updating it.
No, she has been updating.
Oh,
We had a block of minutes that were like, I
Couple
think one
months.
night we approved like 5 or 6 sets of minutes.
mhm,
You know, and I sent all those, we only send what's approved.
mhm.
so, okay, so, yeah,
But I
I
am
just
the
wanna.
only one
Let's
forwarding.
remind our other departments. The other thing I'd like to do, if the board was in agreement, is to talk to this person, because one of the things I see at some of the other websites is the grand list that's up on the website, some other things that I think would be helpful, bylaws, permits, so people can print them out. And I know we provided the bylaws, the town plan, and permits to the BCRC. We should have them up on our own website, I think. And I think that's a reasonable thing to do. I just don't know if,
I know, you received the same memo.
yeah, well, the person that I have do that is, Julie has all the electronic copies of that, I don't.
Yeah, I know, but you could be putting your permitting information there, your permits, how to
Somebody-
get it, and, I mean, you could actually, someone
It's
could
all on,
actually
it's
get
all
it.
on, it's all on the permit. If somebody puts up the permit, it has all that information. It tells them how to apply for the permit, what they need to do. And like I said, I know it's up at the BCRC now, but, because when people call me, I can tell them to go there and print one out. It'd be nice if we had it on our own website.
Right.
And Julie was the one that did that for me. I had her send that up to the BCRC, so.
I'm recommending that you work with Julie so that you can get your info. She must, I don't know where the original permitting.
I'm just asking you to send a memo to her.
Okay.
I'm not asking you to go get the information from her and you taking it. She can do that. Just make sure, when you send her a memo about the minutes for the DRB and the planning board, you could include that as well. That could be sent to this person. I'm just trying to get some stuff out there that's useful so people will use the website.
Okay.
I got one other thing. Linda, are you ready to talk to us about the customer service training, or you wanna hold off?
I wanna hold off because we haven't even issued the check
Okay, the check for,
to be enrolled in the program
Okay.
through the league. We have to
Alright.
allow that to happen first, and then,
Then you know
so
you're
we're
gonna
not
do it.
enrolled in the Vermont Leagues of Cities and Towns?
yes, we are. This is a whole different program.
All right,
So
so
you
how
have-
much does that cost us?
$50 for the enrollment for up to 10 users.
Okay,
First we enroll, and then we become part of the program.
okay, so then we'll
To
talk
be able
about
to
it.
get a discounted rate on continuing education.
Okay, so this is enrolling into a training program?
Yeah, she's checking into the
It's knowledge
continuing
wave.
education for us.
It's
Okay.
knowledge wave.
And you do it online? Is it-
Online, and you can arrange, they'll do a group, they'll come here and do a group.
So if we were to do the customer service training, she could do a group, and the select board could come, the road people could come, everybody could come, right? Up to 15 people?
Well, yeah, and and the other side of that is everybody can't always be here when those things are put up, and it's nice that they have an online version too.
But if I think if we
It's
had
more
enough,
expensive.
if we had the time, if we could do 15 people, I'm sure, I think we could find a place to do it.
Yes.
And
I agree.
I would suggest having I would suggest having Joel here. I would suggest
Sure.
having Darcy here. I mean, animal
could have
control.
somebody
I would have
covering
all of
phones
our
and
employees. I think that are.
Actually, all of them, including all the road crew,
Yeah.
you can just
It's
do it.
approximately $1,600 some odd dollars.
How,
It includes their mileage to come down.
how
For
long
one
is,
day.
is
For one
the
day.
training for 8 hours, or is the
One day,
train?
one-day training,
It's an
one-day
8 hour-
seminar.
Okay.
I'm sure we could get the
It would be
firehouse
like
for
us
the
going
day.
like to Rutland or something for a seminar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Do the
okay.
same thing.
That's good.
Thanks for checking into that.
Yep.
Okay, and
So
then
once we
you'll
get
keep us
enrolled,
updated. Okay,
then I can come to the board and say, okay, you know, do you wanna have a one-day thing or?
good. Thank you.
Okay. No other business, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Yeah,
Very good.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Guys, the one thing we did forget was,
We didn't forget nothing.
Yes, we did.
Adjourn.
No, Ellen wanted us to talk about her pay, and we decided to